What's going on, folks? Welcome back to the channel. So today I want to talk about tariffs and how they might negatively affect us in the 2A community, in the shooting community. At the time of filming this, I think it's like the 23rd. Is today the 23rd? 22nd, maybe? Maybe I'm releasing this on the 23rd? I don't know. But it's been a couple of days since Trump was sworn into office, and he's going gangbusters. And so far, I'm totally satisfied with everything that's going on, but it's only been a couple of days. And what prompted this video was tariffs. I saw a thing on tariffs where he's talking about, 25% tariffs on stuff coming from Mexico, 10% to China, 10% whatever. And at the bottom it said 10% for all other imports from all other countries, or whatever it said. It basically said a 10% tariff on all goods produced outside the United States. So for us in the 2A community, that could mean parts kits, imported firearms, ammunition. Now, there was already a importation ban on all the Russian ammunition, so which is why AK ammo's through the roof, 545 by 39s through the roof, 762 by 39s, not all that great, not like it was before. Maybe that'll come back, I don't know. Even so, they're gonna put tariffs on it. And I get it, it's trying to move, I think it won't be as bad if he follows through, if he's able to follow through on his promise to lower our federal income tax or get rid of it for a couple years. Man, that would be amazing. I don't think it'll be that bad to offset that with tariffs. If that can't happen and then the tariffs happen on top of that, that might be a little bit rough for our imported firearms. Now, like everything in life, it's good or bad. There's a balance. If you can strike that balance in between the good and bad of it, it usually works out pretty good. Will that force some foreign companies to possibly move production to the United States? We have seen that before. That has happened, where they get a lot of breaks to domestically produce their firearms, and then they don't have to comply with 922R compliance. And you're starting to see where there is a big demand for AK ammo, 545 and 762 by 39, where companies like AAC, Palmetto State Armory, starting to ramp up production, starting to do that. It's still pretty expensive, but if they can get out the volume, if they can spend a couple of years and just crank that crap out, it should bring the price way down. It'll never come back to where it was before, 20 years ago when I was paying $89 a thousand for Wolf and Tula and stuff. But it'll come down, and it's starting to slowly come down. So there's that. It could force some of the foreign import companies to move production to the United States, or enough to where they can avoid those tariffs. I think that's not going to affect AR-15s as much. They're already super cheap right now. I think it's going to affect more AKs, maybe, imported handguns, CZs from some of these other countries that do import their guns. It might affect those a little bit more. So you're going to get a jump. From Turkey, if you watch this channel, I'm a big fan of TSAS, of Military Armaments Corporation, of Turkish firearms in general. Listen, the Turks have come a long way. They are putting out some really good guns at ridiculously low prices. I think you'll expect to see those creep up if this tariff, if all this stuff goes through as planned. It could be a little bit more. That's just what I saw in the news was 10%. Could be a little bit more, could be a little bit lower. Who knows? It's all fluid at this point. But I just wanted to make this video because I was like, wow, people might not know this. They might want to know this, that it could affect, if it affects all imported goods, it's going to affect our imported guns. So just be aware, if there's some stuff on your radar, especially from Turkey, like some of these great Turkish pump shotguns that are coming out from, I think it's Tokarev or whatever, and TSAS and Military Armaments Corporation and Inglis and all these imported guns from Turkey. I think they're Canics. They're importing a lot of handguns, especially from Turkey. Expect the prices to go up a little bit. So maybe these Turkish firearms companies and importers see the writing on the wall, and they're going to move. I don't know exactly how it works. If they just move a little part of the production, if they move final assembly here, they avoid that. Do they avoid importing the parts? I'm not sure exactly how that works, but don't be surprised if we see an increase in prices on imported firearms and ammunition and accessories and all that other kind of stuff coming up here in the next year on through. So basically, I think what I'm trying to say is if you have something on your radar and it's a really good price, get it now if you can to avoid paying that extra tariff. But we will see. We don't know if that's come to pass. But I'm just saying, just a PSA, not Palmetto State Armory, but public service announcement. Public service announcement. If you got your eye on that Canik, on that TSOS, on that Mac 2011, on some of these other guns that are imported from other countries, maybe if you find a really good price, pull the trigger now, because we don't know what the future holds as far as price goes, and if the tariffs go through, where you're going to pay a little bit extra. Like I said, if he is able to get the federal income tax down, then maybe it'll offset that, so it won't be as bad. But just know that increases are probably coming on all things that are produced overseas. And I think that is really, I think the goal behind that is to force these companies to open American domestic production of these products and move stuff here, so put American workers to work. And I'm all for that. If we have to pay a little bit more to employ Americans, I don't care. I'm for it. So there it is, guys. Let me know what you think. Thanks for watching. We will see you next time.